Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Sarah, the East Oaky Potter. Today I've got a glaze kiln opening for you. It's a small one today because I am in the middle of a real big make glazing cycle, and some of the pieces that I've been making are big pieces, so they're taking up a lot of room in my kiln. So today I have an organic shaped platter using one of the Temu placemats. I made 3 when I was in the Lake District a few weeks ago, and this is the 3rd one. So I'm really excited to see how it comes out. And I have my tankard in there, the hand-built mug. Let's call it a mug, shall we, maybe? That I also hand-built in the Lake District. And I did a little bit of an experiment glaze-wise on it. So excited to see how that's going to come out. And I have also done some witches hats. I think I've got 6, I think it is 6. And I think that's it. So it should be quite a short, sharp one today, hopefully. And I have not peaked, I promise. I've set myself up. I've had the kiln lid up so that it's cooling. So we're now at 74 degrees. So I'm hopefully not going to need to use gloves. So we'll see. Shall we see? Should we get into it? So I have not peaked, I promise. Let's put my glasses on, shall we say? So it's on the top. So it's Rainforest, Amaco, 3 coats, and Snow, Amaco, 3 coats, all over coverage. I didn't do the 50-50 thing. It was, the bit in the middle. Decided to just go the whole hog. And I can see some areas where I might have missed. That's unusual. What I can see of my witches' hats, they look good. So anyway, I won't keep you in suspense any longer. Yeah, that's going to have to go back in, I think. I've got a tiny crack as well. And it is a bit hot, but... So that's the platter. Look at that, though. Just look at how beautiful that is. Every time I use it, I'm just blown away. So I decided to just do Rainforest on the outside, which is just 3 coats. Again, I'm thinking that I probably needed to do 4. I like how the snow broken over the edge slightly. But so look at that there. And that's actually raw clay that I can feel. And then I've got a little bit of a crack, which I thought I'd managed to fix. But we all know what thought did. So I was hoping to take this to market on Saturday, so I'm going to be very tempted to reglaze that. What do I do though? Do I put more rainforest on and then more snow, or do I just put snow on? I don't know. Help me, please. What do I do? Because it's going to need to go back in tomorrow. Little bit disappointed. Gorgeous shape though. Look at the shape. Really unusual. Okay, am I going to need my glove to get the shelf out? No. Crazy lady. Didn't realise I'd left the cone on the shelf. I just picked it up and it's just dropped. That was my 6. So a hot 6. Okay. There's my 7. Right, so I'm going to go with my tankard first. deciding whether or not it's too hot. The bottom's hot. I love it. Oh my God. Look at how beautiful she is. Get out of the... That's the outside. I will tell you what she is. This is my hand-built mug I told you about. Look at that. Stunning. And I can't see or feel any pinholes. Sorry, that was a bit close. Let me tell you what she is. So we have Flux Blossom Amaco ×1 on the inside and the outside. So full coverage to the outside, full coverage on the inside. Can't remember who, I think there's quite a few people that do that, put the honey flux on first before the spectrum. Then have Shallot, which I haven't used before. Have I used? I've used it on something, I think, but I don't know. So I've put Shallot on the inside only, and that's had 2 coats. So spectrum, Shallot, 2 coats on the inside. So that's 1 Flux Blossom, 2 Shallot on the inside. And then on the outside, I've gone with Autumn Purple, spectrum again. And then I've done 1 coat of oatmeal. And I just need to pause you. I'm back. Sorry about that. Amazon delivery. So where were we? Yes. So spectrum, autumn purple, 2 coats. So Flux Blossom 1 coat, autumn purple 2 coats, and then I've applied 1 coat of Amaco oatmeal, literally on the top to about there. Might have been a bit further down actually. Might have been to about there. And I think it was Audrey Lynn. I need to check my notes. Look at that. I'm so happy. Oh, look. How close is that? So I did that on the bottom. So I'm really happy with that. This is for me. Whether I'll drink out of it, I'm not sure, or whether, in fact, I might. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. Really happy. Okay, witches hats. And what should we go for first? Okay. So this one is Palladium. Amaco Palladium. Really happy with that. So we have a spider, star, a skull, a bat, and a pumpkin. So just to give you concept for size. So that's 4 coats of Amaco Palladium. I did it last year on a Witches Hat Palladium. I just applied 3 coats and was disappointed. This year I'm not going to make that same mistake again. And I'm really happy with that. On all of the little bits and bobs, we have Amaco Velvet Underglaze. So we have bright orange, yellow, black. And what I did was I glazed put 1 coat of black on, wiped it off, And I did that with the spider as well because I didn't want them to be black. So I'm really happy with that. And then I did 2 coats of clear glaze, which would be Mako Stone Clear. Chuffed. Love that. This next one, Oh, and we have a crack as well. Anyway, so we have ghosts on a witch's hat. Show you the crack. Ooh. And this is textured turquoise 3 coats Amaco. Mightily disappointed. I was glazing these at like 10:30 at night, so maybe that's a lesson learned. Don't glaze at stupid o'clock at night. So do I refire? Do I reglaze and refire? Chuck something on it? I would like it for my market for Saturday, but it's not the end of the world if I don't have it because I have more pieces in there. I'm going to refire that. I'm going to stick something else on. I'll have a think. We'll send suggestions. Little baby one with my black bat, and that's just black velvet underglaze, Amaco, 2 coats, and then clear over the top. And the hat itself is snow. So yeah, really cute. I like that. So the idea is that you can put like the little battery operated lights in. I don't recommend candles because they get very, very hot. So I do tend to say to people when they buy them, don't put candles in them. Wow. So this one has a little story, don't they all? But this one in particular started life out like that. And as I was bringing it into the garage, I dropped it and it bent the hat over. But do you know, I thought, I love it. I love it like that. It's staying like that. So I did nothing with it. I just picked it up off the floor. Yeah, that's kind of the only thing that happened. And I'm loving the glaze as well. So I've gone with Storm, Amaco Storm. And that is 3 coats to there. And then I've done, can you see the sparkle? Can you see the sparkle? How cool is that? I bet you can't guess. I bet you can actually. It's Cosmic Tea Dust, Amaco. And do you know what I did? Because it had got to the point where I was like, I'm over glazing. And I just got the hat and I dumped it in the jar. And then tidied it up on the inside. So because it had got glaze on the inside, I just wiped the excess glaze on the inside, which I wouldn't normally do. But yeah, loving that. Again, probably needed 4 coats of Storm, but it's got what it's got. The witch's hat at the end of the day. Somebody will love it. And I'm loving that sparkle. Okay, got 2 left. Said it would be a quick one. I think I might save what I perceive to be the best one till last. And this one, which hasn't come out how I expected, but again, somebody might like it. So we have the Mako Black Sparkle on Gobe. It's not very sparkly. And I know why it's not very sparkly. Because I put how many coats did I put on? So I put 2 coats on. It probably needed 3. And on the 3rd coat, just before it was dry, you're supposed to kind of wipe it, aren't you, to bring out the shiny. And I didn't do that till after the fact. And then I did it and I thought, I probably should have put another coat on and then done it that way, but I didn't. And the top colour is Purple Aster by Mako. And that's 3 coats. So I did an engobe up to there and then purple aster just kind of overlapping. On reflection, I perhaps could have come down a bit more, I don't know. I like it though. I like the effect of the purple aster on the engobe. That's what I was going for. But I would have hoped for a bit more sparkle on the engobe. So again, do I chuck some more on it and put it back in? The spiders, spider and the web, same principle. Black underglaze, I put one thick coat on, let it dry, and then wiped it back, and then a clear glaze, and the same on the spider. So, yeah, a bit different. There's a bit more sparkle on the bottom, Luke. So I don't know why that is. And then the last piece is this one. And I'm really happy with that one. And I'm starting to have a love affair with Smoky Merlot and Obsidian after my disastrous attempts in the past. So we have Amaco Obsidian, 3 coats. 2 coats, I do apologise. 2 coats. And then Smoky Merlot, 3 really generous coats. All the way over, full coverage. Not a single drip inside or on the rim of the hat. You see? And the stars are Amaco bright yellow underglaze, 2 or 3 coats, 2 coats, and then just a clear glaze over the top. I'm really happy with that. Okay, well that's it. There is one more piece in here, which I debated whether to tell you about, but I will, because it will be coming out in another glaze firing. So this is going to be a tube of germaline, which for those of you that may or may not know, take my glasses off, is an antiseptic cream in the UK. And basically the story behind why have I made a tube of germaline, my mum, who we lost 5 years ago, absolutely swore by germaline for everything. And I mean everything. If you got a sore or a cut or a blister or anything, she'd say, germaline, put germaline on it. And me and my 2 brothers would be like, germaline. And so when she died, one of the things that we did was we put a tube of germaline on her coffin. And it was just something that we did for her. And I wanted to make a tube of germaline for my mum, for me. And when I was away in the Lake District a few weeks ago, I thought I'd got some germaline with me because I got bitten by mosquitoes a million times. Ended up having a reaction, ended up having to go to the pharmacy, ended up on antibiotics. So I needed the germaline, and my mum was right. It does work. So this is my germaline. The reason why it's back in for a glaze firing, it has had the pink on, which is for the, I'll put a picture up here of what it's actually going to look like, or what I'm hoping it's going to look like. So my intention was I was going to wax resist the letters and then paint the rest of it blue, cobalt blue, and then with a white lid, and then there was white bits here. And that's the back. And I got my wax resist in my little thing, and I went to pour it in the letters, and it just went whoosh, everywhere. So I got wax resist everywhere, and obviously once it's on, it's on. So I needed to chuck it in to get off the wax resist so that I can do it again. So it will be showing up at some point in a future glaze firing. But yeah, that's it. So I am a tiny bit disappointed with my Rainforest&Snow. It's the first time that's ever happened to me, so I don't know I don't know what's happened with that. The only thing I can think of is this, maybe it's sat in the garage for a couple of weeks because I couldn't fit it in the glaze firings, and maybe something, a bit of dust or something sat on it. Who knows? But I'm happy with everything else. Well, yes, I'm happy. And actually, this is my favourite. This is my favourite for the glaze. Not so much the build, because it's oh yeah, I suppose it's okay for my very first hand built. For those of you that are expert mug hand builders, I'd like marks out of 10, please, for my first attempts. But the glaze is stunning. I can't wait to use this glaze on a wheel thrown mug. So watch this space. So that's enough for me today. I will get this uploaded in the next few days. I've got a market on Saturday. And like I say, I'm kind of in a bit of a making cycle at the moment. So I'm probably going to be having a couple more glaze firings coming up over the next couple of weeks. And yeah, thank you so much to every single one of you that has subscribed and watches and comments and likes. Everyone is very much appreciated. I'm up to 412 subscribers and growing. Every day I'm gaining 1 or 2 subscribers, and it's just wonderful. Thank you so much. Next week, I'm actually going to be going to Pot Glaze, which is our local pottery supply shop. I've mentioned Pot Glaze many times before. They are actually having Todd, somebody from Mako, and he's quite well known apparently. And he's been before, he's done these workshops before. So he basically comes over to Stoke, spends a week in Stoke-on-Trent and does 3 full days of workshops. And then he's also available to do like a free demonstration on the Saturday. And then Pot Glaze itself has an open day. Apologies for my microphone. So I'm going to be doing the Mako workshop next Thursday. I will be taking lots of notes. And guess who's going to be joining me there? Guess who? It's Andrea from Ruby A Ceramics. And we'll get to actually meet each other in person. So I'm really excited about that. And also I might get to meet Lucy from West 2 Ceramics on the Saturday. It's not set in stone yet, so apologise, Lucy, if it doesn't happen. But yeah, so I'm really excited about that. So thank you so much for joining me on this clay glaze journey. Wonderful journey that it is, full of all the joys and the lows as well. And wherever you are in the world, hope you're all having a fabulous day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you all next time. And this time I'm hoping that my little dongle works. So let's see. See you soon. Bye. No, it's not working. I need a new battery or something. Anyway, I am really going now, I promise. Bye.